Hello and welcome. This is Jody Olette here, and I want to welcome you to this webinar, this recording regarding the shocking truth about home-based business. Now, here's my objective today. My objective is simply to educate and inform you. It's really about equipping you to make better decisions regarding the home-based business industry. You see, chances are you are either here right now because you are looking to start a home-based business and you want more information, you want to be educated yourself, or you've already started a home-based business and you really want to be able to determine whether or not you have made a good, solid decision. Not only your decision to start a home business, but maybe you're looking to find out whether or not the company that you chose is really the best decision for you. And so what I am going to be revealing today are the most common questions. We're going to talk about the myths and the truths about this industry. Basically, everything that you need to know to make an informed decision. I will tell you this webinar, this recording is absolutely a jam-packed informational video. Again, with one objective: to educate you, okay? And so because we have a lot of information to cover, let's go ahead and get started. First of all, you may be wondering, who am I? Who is Jody Olette? Well, I want to tell you that I have actually been working in the home-based business industry for a decade now. That's actually me right there in this picture. That was me speaking at a company launch event. I was doing a product introduction. This is my family over here, myself, my husband Mark, our two beautiful boys. The main reason, my purpose for operating a home-based business. You see, 10 years ago when I got started, I was working full-time. I was working in the hotel industry. I had been general manager in hotels. My last position was director of marketing and sales for a couple of large hotels in our area. And one thing that I had certainly realized was that working for somebody else was not going to really produce long-term security for my family. Not to mention, it was certainly not going to produce the type of income and the lifestyle that I wanted to provide for my family. And so I had made a decision that, you know what, I didn't want to be employed. I didn't want to work for somebody else. I wanted to work for myself. And mainly I wanted to work from home because I wanted to have flexibility. I wanted to be able to really be there for my children. I didn't have children when I first started my business. You know, we really laid the foundation before we had our children. I made sure I was working from home full time, you know, before we started our family. And but that was the thing. I had witnessed far too many people working for others, you know, trying to manage families, feeling guilty if they had to take time off if their kids got sick. And I had made a decision at that point that was not going to be me. My top priority was going to be my family and not working for somebody else and not working on somebody else's agenda. There's a couple of pictures of my family. We have, over the years, earned many paid for vacations and travel and incentive trips and bonus cars and luxury cars at that. This is myself and my husband in the Galapagos Islands. One of my absolute lifetime dream trips. We earned that, plus we earned spending money. This was an Alaskan cruise. We've been on several Caribbean cruises. I mean, we've literally traveled all over the place because of our involvement in the home-based business industry. And so that's just a little bit about me. We'll get into a little bit more here in a second, but you may be asking, you know, what qualifies me to teach this? Well, first of all, I have a decade of home business experience and success. When I started my business, I started out working part-time, you know, working around my full-time job. And within 6 months, I was able to fire my boss and be working from home full-time. I was also and am a national marketing system trainer. a national leadership development trainer. I have become an online and offline marketing specialist. I've really just done some intensive training, research, and study, especially in recent months with online marketing, and absolutely love this area of the field. And I've basically had 10 years of intensive study of this market. Over 10 years, I have seen it all. And what I mean by that is I have seen companies come and go. I have seen leaders come and go. I have seen plenty of successes. I have had my areas of struggle. I have had my challenges, and I have certainly had my successes. I have been approached by many companies over the years, many people. I have just about seen just about every pitch possible in today's market. And so, I've done a lot of research. I also write a lot regarding the home business industry. I do a lot of training. I do a lot of articles regarding this industry because my main purpose, my main objective is to really equip people to succeed massively, to succeed wildly in the home business arena, in the home business market. And I believe that when you provide people with real tools, real strategies, real information, and you lead with honesty and integrity, that is the foundation to really leading people to true success, to true time and financial freedom. And that is another passion of mine. You see in the previous page when I shared a little bit about myself, my primary objective, my purpose is my family. My second purpose and passion is really leading people to freedom, okay? Leading people to being able to live the type of lifestyle that they want to live, to be free from bondage, to be free from what I call today's form of slavery, which is living paycheck to paycheck, living on somebody else's schedule, living for somebody else's goals and dreams. And so that is what has brought us together here today, because again, I want you to know what you need to know in order to be successful. And so what are you going to learn today? A couple of things. We're going to talk about the difference between what a real business is and a scam so that you can identify the difference. We're going to talk about the myths about the home-based business industry. We're also going to talk about the most popular home-based business models and cover the pros and the cons of those models, because generally when you're out there doing research, you're looking at different business opportunities to work from home, there are just a handful of business models that you're going to come across because they are the most popular, the most widely used in the industry. I'm also going to teach you what to avoid. And we're going to talk about why absolutely everyone should own a home-based business. And I'm going to talk about some practical things that you need to know. And lastly, we're going to address how to find the best home-based business for you. I am not talking about the best home-based business, in the entire world, in the industry, because quite frankly, you're going to come across a lot of marketing that says, we are the best home-based business. There are many companies out there boasting that and making those claims. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm not going to steer you towards one particular company. I want to educate you and teach you how you can find the best business specifically for you. So let's go ahead and get started. What is a real business? Well, if you look this up on the internet, there is a definition provided by Wikipedia. A real business is an organization designed to provide goods, services, or both to consumers. They are formed to produce profit and generate wealth for the owners. Please note, in other words, there is an exchange that takes place, right? A customer pays for a service or a product and receives that service or that product. That is what a real business is. So how do we know What is a scam? Okay, because oftentimes people are out there, especially when you're researching home business, you always have that question in the back of your mind: is this legitimate? Is this a real company, or is this a scam? Is this something designed to take my money and run? Right? Well, here's a scam: any entity that offers money in exchange for nothing. Okay, in other words, pyramid schemes, chain letters, etc. Other examples of known scams are envelope stuffing and craft assembly. Now, let me just share with you a little bit about this, okay? A lot of times you will hear people talk about, is this a pyramid scheme? And most often when people are asking that question, it is really an uneducated, uninformed question, because if there is a product or a service being exchanged, it does not qualify as a pyramid scheme. A pyramid scheme is basically an operation that goes out there and provides you with an incentive to earn money by simply marketing to other people. They get involved and you earn money off of basically nothing, okay? You're basically recruiting and sharing, maybe an idea or a concept with people, but there's no actual product, there's no information, there's no exchange of a service, okay? And that's what really qualifies as a pyramid scheme. Chain letters would be an example, would be, forward this out to 10 people that you know, and those 10 people are going to send you $5 back, and so on and so forth. There's no actual product, there's no information, there's nothing being exchanged. All it is a scam. And so what I really want to point out here is a lot of people have been scammed by these envelope stuffing and craft assembly offers, if you will. And when I was doing research looking at different types of business scams, the two most popular that came up were the envelope stuffing and the craft assembly. And the reason why is because it entices people to do something very simple, right? And in exchange for you stuffing envelopes, you get paid. Well, here is what has happened, because I've spoken to many, many people over the years that bought into this whole idea, got some sort of a package in the mail, started doing the deal, and never actually got paid. Okay, and that's why that really qualifies for a scam, because there was no return for that service. Okay, and so you really have to do your due diligence in researching companies to make sure that they are legitimate. And I'm going to teach you a little bit more about this here later in our presentation. But basically, if you look at it this way, what is a real business? There is a product or a service being exchanged for money. You're paying for that product or service. Okay. If there is no product or service, you need to run the other way. Now, let's talk about the myths about the home business industry, okay? I don't know how many times I have heard people say this: the only people making any money are the ones who got started first. Let me tell you why this is a myth. When I got started a decade ago, the company that I began to work with had already been in business for 15 years. They were an established company. Well, guess what? I got started 6 months. I was able to quit my job, replaced my income, and I was working from home full time. Not long after that, I earned my first Caribbean cruise. Not long after that, I earned my first luxury bonus car, which was a Mercedes. We were making 6 figures. That is hardly ground floor. That is hardly 15 years in, hardly qualifies me for being, one of those pioneers, one of the people who got started first. That is simply a myth. And you're going to learn a little bit more about why this is a myth when we get into more information about just the truth of the industry. If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. This is another myth, because here's reality. It's all about perception, right? One person may look at an opportunity and say, well, gosh, you know what? They have these claims that say I could get started, build a business, generated income, a full-time income or career income. I could be traveling the world. I could be driving great cars. I could have just time freedom, financial freedom. That sounds too good to be true, right? Other people may look at an opportunity and say, well, this, this seems like it's just a little bit too easy. Nothing that easy could be worth anything, right? And so when you really look at that statement, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. That is really a false statement because it is based on an individual's perception, and everybody perceives what is too good differently, okay? And that is really why that is a myth. Number 3, this is my personal favorite. If you have to pay to work for them, it's a scam. Now, let me just share something with you, okay? Because even in the world of employee, where you work for another company, oftentimes you don't get started working for a company and not have to spend any money to work for that company. Let me explain something. If you work for a company where a specific type of clothing is required, it means that you have to go out there and purchase it. Let's say, for example, you're working for a company that requires all of their employees to wear khaki pants or to wear black pants. The company doesn't provide that for you. They require you to purchase that particular color of pants, right? In order to show up to work properly uniformed. Some companies require that you wear a particular color shirt, right? Some companies require that you attend some form of training. Maybe you even have to pay for that training. There are many different situations where you actually have to pay for something and you have to keep up with that. And so, the employee world does not necessarily mean that the company provides absolutely everything for you. Here's another thing. We also have to realize that when we're talking about a home business, we are not talking about work at home employment. Even with work at home employment, it usually requires that you purchase some sort of software, right, to be able to work on your computer, which means that you have to pay for something, right? Now, let's also talk about if you're working for a company and you have to drive to and from that company, it means you have to pay for your own gas to get there. Your employer is not providing that for you, right? Which means that you're paying something in order to work for that company. Now, here's the big thing. A home business is not employment. This is an opportunity to be in business for yourself. Whenever you start a business, it is not going to be free. I want you to equate this to a traditional business. If you were to go out there today and let's say purchase a franchise, you wanted to purchase, maybe it is some sort of a restaurant franchise, a Subway, a McDonald's, whatever the case may be. You are going to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars to open that business with the hopes that maybe within 5 years you'll turn a profit. Okay? And that is pretty much the standard when you start a traditional business. If you open any type of business, you're going to pay for something. Okay? Even if you start your own traditional style business, maybe you're not buying into a franchise, maybe you're not, working a home business, there's something that you have to provide, whether it is business tools, whether it is marketing and advertising, whether it is just having a home computer. There is something that you will need to purchase in order to operate that business. And so business is never free to start. Also, I want you to keep in mind that big factor, even when you work for someone, where you are classified as being employed, where somebody else writes your paycheck, there is something that you will have to purchase along the way to work for that company, which means there is no free ride anywhere. That is why that is my personal favorite. I think it is the most ridiculous statement that has ever been propagated out there, whether it's within the media, whether it is, word of mouth. If you have to pay to work for someone, it's a scam. It is absolutely a myth. It is absolutely false. Okay? Now, let's go ahead and talk about the most popular home business models. When you're out there doing your research, these are the 3 that you are going to come across the majority of the time. Number 1 is called multi-level marketing, also known as MLM, also known as network marketing. In this type of a business model, your income is generated through both product sales, okay, and or recruiting and building a team. And why I have that and or is some companies have products that have nice profit margins where you don't have to build a team. Other companies are designed where you make most of your money through recruiting and building a team, so it can be an and or type of situation. We're going to get into more specifics about each of these home business models here in a moment. The second is direct sales. And within direct sales, there is also a category called top tier direct sales. And basically, in direct sales, whether it is standard or top tier, your income is earned through direct product sales, which basically means all of your income is generated when you sell a product or products to the end user, to the customer, to the consumer. Number 3 is affiliate marketing. Affiliate marketing, your income is earned by marketing products for another company. Generally, affiliate marketing is where people will start to market products, multiple products for multiple types of companies. Basically, a company goes ahead, they develop a product, and you become sort of the marketing arm, right? There's no inventory, and we're going to go into, again, more specifics with this, but basically, all you're doing is getting the word out about products, and you generate a commission through the marketing of those products. Okay. So let's go ahead, and the first thing we're going to do is we're going to delve into more specifics regarding MLM and network marketing. I am going to take a little bit more time regarding this business model because it is absolutely the most popular, the most widely used business model in the home-based business industry. Now, I want to talk about the truth, okay? Because there are some positives and there are some negatives in terms of what you hear. And make note of that, what you hear out there in the marketplace. On the left-hand side, we're going to be talking about the positives. On the right-hand side, we're going to be talking about the negatives in terms of what you're hearing out there. Number 1, there is higher income opportunity within MLM and network marketing. Now, higher income opportunity, I just want to tell you a fact about this industry. The MLM and network marketing industry has created more self-made millionaires than any other industry available. That includes all of the .com boomers. Remember when the internet started to explode and you heard of all of these overnight .com success stories? That includes all of those success stories. There are more self-made millionaires within this industry than any other industry. Okay, so let's talk about credibility. There is so much more credibility regarding this industry today. Let's talk about some very well-known names. We have Donald Trump, Robert Kiyosaki, Warren Buffett. These are all big names being well known for being very successful in business. All of these individuals recommend network marketing and multi-level marketing as being a very viable way to generate and produce wealth. In fact, Donald Trump has even started his own network marketing company, okay? And so we have incredible credibility out there today. Number 3 is minimal startup cost. Depending on the company, it does range. We're going to go into more specifics about minimal startup cost, but basically, look at it this way. It's not a traditional company because you're utilizing another company's resources. Another company is spending the money for product research and development, for producing marketing materials, brochures, catalogs, you name it. They provide the customer service, the training, the support. And so you're not going to be investing hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars to start a business here. It can range anywhere from a couple $100s to a couple $1,000s, okay? Number 4 is a level playing field. What do I mean by level playing field? Well, when you think about a traditional company, okay, a traditional company generally has one CEO, right? There is one person that is running the show, that is operating and really in charge of making decisions. And then you have maybe some VPs, you have some salespeople, right down to your hourly employees, okay? But here's the thing. is in an organization, how much opportunity does an hourly wage employee have to become the CEO of that company? Not much opportunity in most cases. There's only one position, there's only one seat. In multi-level marketing or network marketing, there are just as many seats at the top as there are people who want to be there. You see, everybody starts in the same exact place, but everybody has the same opportunity to go as far, to reach as high as they absolutely want to in this industry. And that's what I mean by level playing field. It is not a respecter of background. It is not a respecter of education. It's not a respecter of skill. As long as you have the desire, you want to get to the top and you back it up by consistent action, you have those seats open for you. And lastly, lifelong residual income. MLM and network marketing, that is one of the biggest selling points, is the development of lifelong residual income, meaning if you want to take some time off of your business, once your business is established and producing, that income, you still generate income regardless of your personal effort on that particular day, that particular week, that particular month, okay? Here are the negatives, and this is why some people out there kind of have a negative feeling, if you will, when it comes to the industry. There is this assumption of pyramid because people think that old adage, if you don't get started, at the beginning, if you're not one of the pioneers, if you didn't, get started when the company first launched, you're not going to make any money. And again, we've just learned that that is absolutely a myth. Old school marketing methods, unfortunately, if you have ever been introduced to a business opportunity by somebody, maybe you've been introduced to a hotel meeting, maybe somebody has done a bait and switch, they've invited you to a party at their house, and then all of a sudden they pull out the whiteboard and they start explaining, this business opportunity that they just started. Maybe you've seen people standing in a shopping mall, handing out information, approaching people. Old school methods, let's chase your family members and your friends and try to get them to join your business. There's this negative perception of MLM and network marketing is just about chasing friends and family members and, trying to sucker them into some sort of a business opportunity. The third thing is the financial bleeding. Financial bleeding is basically where, maybe a person has gotten started with a company, maybe they're not taught really good marketing strategies, maybe they're not equipped with the right skills to build a business, and they end up spending themselves out of business before they make any type of profit, okay? And that is financial bleeding. And so maybe you've heard of people have said, oh gosh, I started in one of those companies, and I didn't make any money. I just spent a whole lot of money and I went broke, right? Number 4 would be lack of experience. Lack of experience is basically this. You have one person trying to teach another person, trying to teach another person, trying to teach another person how to do something that they have had no success. They've not developed any type of skills yet, which means that all of a sudden now you have a group of unskilled people that don't have the right leadership, don't have the right experience. They're all trying to do something. Nobody's getting results and they all fail, okay? You also have negative feedback. Negative feedback being, well, I know my Aunt Sally or my neighbor John who tried one of those businesses and they failed, therefore it doesn't work, okay? It's all about opinions based on another person's experience, and that would be negative feedback. And lastly, commitment or lack of commitment. And basically what this comes down to is that unfortunately not everybody is properly educated about business, about this industry, and they go into it with unrealistic expectations, expecting overnight success. They don't realize that it does take a time commitment to generate the type of results that they want to generate. And so those are some of the negatives. And here's the thing. What I want to do today is to help you get over these negatives so that you have a better understanding of the industry, because if you look at that left-hand column, there are plenty of positives, and the positives really outweigh the negatives because there are ways around all of these negatives when you know the facts and when you know the truth. Okay, so let's talk about this. Let's talk about the pros and the cons of MLM and network marketing. And I really want to preface this by sharing with you, when I'm talking about MLM and network marketing, I am talking about some of the standard companies, the standard organizations that are out there, kind of traditional MLM. There are other types of companies out there that do not fit into this category. I am not saying that this is a bad thing by any means, because what we are going to be talking about here shortly is about how to choose the right fit and the best fit for you based on education, based on being informed. Here are some of the pros. Typically, multi-level marketing and network marketing are very low cost. The startup is very low cost. Typically, the entry is between $50 to $300 with a monthly auto ship program between $30 to $150. What do I mean by an auto ship program? Basically means that you sign up, maybe it's a particular product, a particular service that you're going to pay for that will be delivered to you on a monthly basis that keeps you qualified and active within the company. Okay? Another pro, you have the opportunity to build passive residual income. And basically what that means is that once you have an established team that is also working, that is also duplicating, you can be generating commissions and residual income for the duration of the business of that team, okay? And so you are profiting, you are generating an income based on the work of other people that you are teaching and training, okay? Number 3, the dream of having a massive team and huge checks definitely make it easier to recruit within MLM and network marketing. Because it's really about creating a lifestyle. It's about creating financial and time freedom. And so when you combine low startup cost with, an untapped income potential, it does make it much easier to be able to build a team and build that residual income. Here are some of the cons. The low cost, that low entry startup cost can attract more hobbyists and less non-serious or more non-serious marketers, okay? In other words, you may have people that are just looking for, a very small passive type of income. They're not looking to generate career incomes. They're not looking to replace their jobs. And so, you can have a higher degree, a higher percentage of people that are not serious marketers. They're more hobbyist style marketers. Number 2, it can take in a traditional MLM a long time to build. Usually 3 to 5 years to make a decent living, okay? And kind of the baseline number that we look at is generally about 500 paying members to earn about $3,000. This is in a traditional multi-level marketing. See, this is where that commitment, okay, tends to be a negative, because unfortunately not everybody out there is teaching people the reality of the industry. Are there people that make a lot of money in a shorter period of time? Absolutely they are. It is not the standard and it is not the typical. And so, this is certainly a great way to make money as long as you're prepared and you have the right type of expectation, generally at least 3 years to make a livable type of income. Number 4, the high attrition rate, okay? There's typically an 85% attrition rate within traditional MLM and network marketing. What do I mean by that? I mean that 85% of the people who get started will basically quit, and that's because of the lack of understanding of how long that it takes. It's the lack of understanding. A lot of people enter into the industry expecting overnight success, expecting a get-rich quick scheme, okay? And lastly, lack of security, high failure rate in overall companies. And what I am talking about here, lack of security, high failure rate, this over the last 10 years, the MLM and network marketing industry has absolutely boomed, okay? What do I mean by boomed? There are many companies that are popping up. I mean, there are so many options out there today that a lot of companies do not last, okay? And some companies are specifically designed to be here to make a quick buck and to be gone. So they're here today, gone tomorrow. And so this is where, you really have to know how to research and how to choose the right type of company. Okay. Now, let's talk about the pros and the cons of direct sales. The pros: low startup cost makes it affordable for just about anybody to get started. Let me just share with you some of the examples of direct sales would be like Avon, Tupperware, Mary Kay, companies like that, okay? Minimal skills are required to get involved in direct sales. They do provide, of course, support and training. Most of the companies, most of the business models do provide that support and that training that is required to build a business. Very low overhead, because in most direct sales companies, you're not keeping a big inventory. You're basically taking orders and then ordering the inventory. You may have a handful of products on hand just to be able to show people. There is a huge variety when it comes to direct sales, because it could be anywhere from housewares to cosmetics to skincare, to, we've seen, home decor, jewelry. I mean, there's really a huge variety when it comes to direct sales. Some companies do boast high income potential, okay? And so there is, as with any of these business models, I really want to stress the fact that income potential really is unlimited. You can go as far as you truly want to when you know how to build it properly. Here are the cons, the negatives. Profit margins are usually low, because when you look at the type of products that you're working with in direct sales, they're usually lower cost product, which means that there's not a high profit margin. What that equates to is that you have to sell large volumes of product in order to make any real money in direct sales. Number two, the income is based on direct product sales. In other words, your income is solely in direct correlation to how many products you sell. Number three, there is no residual income in direct sales. So you're not building a sales force. You're not building a team. You're not making any type of commissions on helping other people. So your income is based completely on your personal performance. And number four, it is more difficult to attain career level incomes. Even though the companies can boast high income potential, and yes, some people are really making that money, it is more difficult. It does take longer because of the profit margins. And so when you look at direct sales companies, you definitely have a higher percentage of people that do this on a very supplemental, very part-time basis. Let's talk about top tier direct sales, okay? Top tier direct sales is basically a business model that is direct sales, although your products are higher end. So you're not talking small products, you're not talking, housewares, you're not talking about makeup or skincare or jewelry or things like that. You're actually talking about higher end products, okay? With top tier direct sales, some of the positives are that you get paid a substantial commission immediately because you're working with higher end products. And so because you're working with higher end products, you get to earn job replacing income more quickly, okay? You have much higher income potential in a shorter period of time because of the profit margins. Number three, the higher cost does tend to attract more serious marketers and professionals. Typically in top tier direct sales, you can earn a commission if you do help other people get started, but it is certainly not multi-level. It is basically, it'd be more like a direct one-level type of commission, okay? And so you can make money if you help other people get started, but it's typically a one-time type of commission. It's usually not a continued type of commission structure, okay? And so because there is a higher entry cost, and it can be in the area of, when we're talking higher entry cost, it can be anywhere from $1,000 to even $10,000 or more as far as the higher entry cost is involved, the price ticket or the price tag attached to this style of business model. Also, the higher one-time cost does give more of a business ownership feel to it, okay? There's definitely a different type of environment involved in top-tier direct sales, which does lower the attrition rate because, again, you're looking at more serious marketers within this type of an industry. Here are some of the negatives. The higher entry cost does, of course, create a longer sales cycle, because the product is higher cost, because the entry is higher cost, it will take people more time to make a decision to buy your product or to join your company. Number 2 is no residual income. So let's say you get started and you build a sizable income, you build a career level income. If you want to maintain that level of income, you need to keep selling, okay? And so the great aspect of top tier direct sales is that you can make career level in a shorter period of time, but in order to maintain that level, you need to keep selling, because if you stop selling, your income stops. Number 3, the higher cost does eliminate many candidates who cannot afford the program. And what I mean by this is because there's a higher entry cost, you may come across people that really want to do your business. They really are a good fit for your business. They would really do well, but they cannot afford the entry cost. Therefore, they cannot get started. Okay. Now, let's go ahead and talk about the pros and the cons of affiliate marketing. Affiliate marketing is generally very easy to set up. Let me give you some examples of affiliate marketing. GoDaddy, where you have domains that you can purchase, or website hosting. There is web hosting like HostGator. Amazon is actually affiliate marketing, Amazon.com. There are many, many companies out there that are affiliate marketing. Generally, when people get started in affiliate marketing, they're not just marketing for one company, they're marketing for several companies. So you have a company that has the setup, they produce the product. What you simply do is spread the word. And when somebody purchases a product through your portal, through your affiliate site, you get paid a commission. Okay, so the setup is very, very easy. It's basically you sign up, you get started. Okay. Another pro is that it's generally online. The majority of affiliate programs are online marketing. Okay, and so the ease of this is that you're not, you're not handling inventory. Everything is done basically on an online basis. It is very, very low cost. Some affiliate programs are free. Some affiliate programs have very low cost entries. Okay, there is absolutely no inventory to handle in affiliate marketing. And number 5 is you are creating multiple income streams, because you're not only marketing for one affiliate program. Generally, you are diversifying and you are marketing for several affiliate programs. Now, here are the negatives, okay? Because you're marketing other people's products and other people's offers and other people's programs, you have very little control over the price or the offer. In other words, that company determines the offer, they determine how it's delivered, they determine the price, and they determine any type of incentives that go along with marketing that program, marketing that product or offer. Okay, so very low level of control. Number 2 is high competition. And this really leads into the third one, which is you really need strong search engine optimization skills. In other words, because they're generally online, you have a lot of competition because they're so easy to set up, they're so easy to sign up with. You will typically see a lot of people marketing these same affiliate products. And so unless you are very well versed in online marketing and SEO skills, it does become more challenging. Number 4 is there is no residual income. Okay, you're not going to be getting started with your affiliate marketing programs and then recruit other people to do the affiliate marketing programs and make a commission over and over again. You know, you can help other people get set up with their affiliate programs. You can generate a one-time, commission, but it is not usually ongoing. And lastly, your income is solely based on sales performance. And so if you are doing affiliate marketing, even though there are great positives to this, if you are not active with your marketing of the products, if you are not active in your online marketing, you're not going to make any money. And so because there is no residual, your income is completely based on what you actually produce personally. Okay. Now that you know a little bit more about the most popular home business models, I really want to share with you that those business models, there are great positives and there are, of course, some challenges with each of the business models. But here's the thing. Later in the presentation, I'm going to teach you about how to select the right fit for you, because, if you go in to a particular business model with the right expectations, that really sets the standard for your performance, and it really sets the standard for your results. There is a lot of money to be made in this industry. You can absolutely create security in this industry when you know the facts, and that's why I'm putting this together for you today. Okay? Now, what to avoid? Number one, avoid easy home-based business claims. You know, I wrote a series of articles addressing easy home-based business marketing claims. And here's the reality. You know, some business models and some businesses and marketing systems may be simple to set up, but I will tell you, there is no such thing as an easy home-based business. I mean, there are certainly things that you can do to make your journey to success a lot easier. But if anybody is out there saying, you know, order this package, get started today, and checks will be rolling into your mailbox tomorrow, that is one of those easy home-based business claims. And this is what typically happens, okay? Let me just share something with you, because so many people fall victim to this trap. The reason why companies market easy home-based business claims is because that is what the market demands, okay? In other words, if you look at any type of marketing for any product today, it's all about convenience. It's all about instant gratification. I mean, let's just look at the diet industry. How many advertisements and marketing do you see out there saying, here, take this pill, here, take this, and just watch the pounds just effortlessly shed off, right? Well, hopefully we all know that that's not a reality. It's not going to happen. And so because we live in a world that is really driven by easy, it's driven by simplicity, it's driven by instant gratification, it's driven by we want instant results, we want everything to happen now. The home business industry isn't any different. They're catering to what people are looking for, what people are demanding. And so oftentimes people are looking for a quick fix, right? They're looking for a quick overnight solution to a money problem. And so you'll see marketing out there that says, you know, go ahead, $49.95, order this package, and, you know, we're going to help you set up your business. And then all of a sudden you're waiting for this package to arrive. You go out to your mailbox one day, you get this package, you open it up, and all of a sudden you realize, ooh, this is not anything like I was expecting. All you see is now an opportunity to spend more money, because sure, they teach you how to set it up, but now you have to do the marketing, you have to do the advertising, you have to spend the money on the tools, maybe you have to buy the software, okay? And so anytime something that says easy, home-based business, I say do the research, avoid those claims. Overnight success claims are very similar to the easy home-based business claims. Get started today and you'll be making $5,000 next month. Get started today and I will build your business for you. Get started today and your business will be built before you even spend a penny. Those types of claims are overnight success claims, and I highly, highly, highly recommend and suggest that you avoid those types of claims. Something for nothing claims. Something for nothing claims are basically the similar type of claims. They are claims that are stating that you don't really have to work. They're going to do all the work for you. Your business is going to sell itself. Your product is going to sell itself. Something for nothing. Okay, this is a claim that is catering to the lazy, okay? And if you are lazy, you will never be successful in this industry. In fact, you will never be successful in any business industry. That is reality. If there is no actual product or service, you want to avoid that, okay? Because if there's no actual product or service being exchanged for money, it means it is a scam, right? Free claims. Here's reality. Even though a company may advertise that they are free to start up, nothing is ever free. You will still have to spend money on marketing. You will still have to spend spend money on advertising. You may have to purchase a product. You may have to purchase something. And so whenever it says free startup, it's in reality, it is not free. The entry may be free, but to run that business is not going to be free. Okay? Avoid compensation plans that are offering higher than 50% commissions. Why do you want to avoid this? A lot of times you will see these claims that say, oh my gosh, We have the next best thing. This is the world's best, greatest opportunity. Getting on the ground floor. Nothing has ever been seen like this before. 75% commissions. This is unheard of. You know, you've got to jump on this offer. Well, guess what? If they've got commissions over 50%, what's actually going to happen is that company's going to go out of business. Why? I haven't seen a company in the marketplace anywhere that can afford to pay 75% and build a sustainable company. That company is setting themselves up for failure. It means the leadership of their company either doesn't know what they're doing or they are designed to be here today and gone tomorrow. Avoid that. If they require you to purchase information, avoid this, okay? You should not have to purchase information. You should not have to spend money to learn what a company is all about. If they are not providing you information up front, walk away. Avoid startup companies. Now, there is something that I really need to note about this, okay? The reason why I say avoid startup companies is because in most cases they lack the history, they lack the financial standings, they lack the experience needed to be successful. In an industry where some companies are here today and gone tomorrow, you don't want to be cycling from startup company to startup company to startup company only to see them go away. There is something though that I need you to really make note of, okay? I'm not saying avoid all startup companies, okay? Because there are some companies, of course, that are startup companies where their leadership is very experienced in the industry. And so avoid startup companies unless the leadership of that company has a proven success track record, okay? In other words, look at their experience in the industry. Have they been involved in MLM before? Have they been involved in network marketing? Have they been involved in direct sales? Have they been involved in affiliate marketing? If they have a proven track record and they're just launching maybe a new product or service, by all means, you know, take a look at that company, but make sure to do your due diligence, do your research, and make sure that the product or service they're offering is actually needed and timely in the marketplace. Avoid bait and switch. What do I mean by bait and switch? A company that offers you something up front, and then the more you delve into the information, all of a sudden everything changes. It's not what you thought it was. Here's an example, okay? I had this done to me. And this is one of those things that I really encourage you to avoid. After a couple of years of being in business, you know, I'd been successful, you know, in my business. We had a great lifestyle. I got a phone call one day from a lady. For the life of me, I cannot even remember her name. Not that I would share it, but I received this call and she said, you know, hi, this is so-and-so. I went to school with your husband and, you know, I heard through the grapevine that you have been very successful in the home business industry. And so I was wondering if we could get together. I'd like to really talk to you about something. Okay, so if you're sitting on the phone, you're in business, and you're listening to somebody tell you this, chances are you're thinking to yourself, okay, they want information about my company, right? They want to know a little bit more about how to run a successful home business. Okay, so I asked her the next, you know, logical question. Okay, well, yeah, sure. What do you want to meet about? You know, what do you want to know? And she said, well, actually, I really want to talk to you about, you know, something important, but I really want to get together with you face to face. I don't want to discuss it over the phone. And so now I'm starting to get the sense that she has a business that she wants to market to me. And so I said, well, do you have a home business right now? And she said, yes, I do. And I said, well, what is it? And she said, well, I really don't want to discuss it. I would much rather get together with you in person, you know, and talk to you about it then. And I said, well, do you have a website? I mean, do you have something that I can look at beforehand? And she said, no, you know, I really don't want to share that information. I said, well, can you tell me the name of the company? And she said, no, I really don't want to share that with you. I really want to get together with you face to face. Well, you know what? This is very similar to that, hey, why don't you come over to my house for a barbecue? And then they pull out, you know, that nice whiteboard, that nice flip chart, and they give you a business presentation, right? Well, you know what I said to this lady? I said, you know what? I am really sorry, but my schedule is far too busy to schedule a meeting that I have no clue what the meeting is about. And so if you can't give me any information up front, I'm sorry, I cannot waste my time. Thank you very much. I wish you the best of success. and was on my way, okay? Anytime somebody does not disclose information to you up front, to me that is a huge red flag because it tells me they have something that they are hiding. And so you're looking for people who are up front with you, who are honest and open with you, and that is what you're looking for when you're doing your research. Okay, so next, I want to share with you why you should absolutely own a home-based business. There are really two reasons, and we're going to go into this. Number one, your money-making system efficiency, and number two, home business tax advantages. Now, there are many more reasons than these two, but these two are really practical reasons that I believe will absolutely resonate with you. Now, let's go ahead and first of all talk about your money-making system. There are basically two money-making systems in our industry today. Number one is the employee system. Number two is the entrepreneur system. With the employee system, you are generally dependent upon a company for your income. In other words, you have a company, you show up, you do the work that they instruct you to do, you perform your job duties, and at the end of the week, they write you a paycheck, okay? Now, with that, you're basically working on somebody else's time, somebody else's schedule, for somebody else's goals, for somebody else's profits, for somebody else's income and dreams. Number two, you don't get to determine your true money efficiency or the way that you play the game. And what I mean by that is somebody else is determining what you're worth, right? Somebody else determines how much money you get. Somebody else determines how much you can increase your income. You don't have any control over that. Okay, it doesn't matter if you work 50% harder than everybody else. Maybe you'll get a little bit of a raise, but you don't get to really control dividends, right? You don't get to really control what your return on your time investment actually is. Number three, your security is in someone else's hands. This is a biggie when it comes to the employee system because you're working for somebody else is writing your paycheck. Guess what? What if your employer, what if your boss makes a big error and it costs the company a ton of money? Your income may go down, right? Your income may be decreased. Or your income could go away altogether. What if they make a huge error and the company goes out of business? Where are you? You're left standing there with nothing, right? There is absolutely no security in an employee system because you are depending upon somebody else for your security. It doesn't matter what you do because if they make a mistake, if they don't run that business well, if they don't know what they're doing, or if something else happens that's out of your control, out of their control, you could be without an income tomorrow. Now let's talk about the entrepreneur system. The entrepreneur system uses systems to turn energy into money. What do I mean by that? Okay, you could take an employee and you could take an entrepreneur, right? Maybe they both work the same amount of time each week. Maybe let's just base it on a full-time work week, 40 hours per week. The employee could work 40 hours per week, and at the end of the week, maybe they collect a $1,000 paycheck, okay? The entrepreneur could work those same 40 hours, but at the end of the week, they could collect a $10,000 paycheck, okay? That is because they have control over the systems that they use. They have control over their energy input and how they can actually multiply that for a return on investment. The entrepreneur system, number two, creates multiple income streams. Most entrepreneurs are not putting their eggs all in one basket. They're not relying on a singular company for their income. Number three, the entrepreneur system uses the power of other people's energy to fuel their systems, okay? Whether it is hiring employees, hiring staff, or through referrals, through affiliates, through different types of marketing programs, they can be utilizing other people's energy to increase their income, right? To keep the cycle of their systems cranking. Number four, create security by not becoming dependent upon a singular source of income. Let me just share with you, when you are really working a true entrepreneur system, you are not working for a singular company. Even if you are in the home-based business industry right now, if you already work with a company, okay? If your only means of income is through that one singular company, if you're marketing their product, if you're marketing their opportunity, even though you may be able to develop multiple streams of income under one roof, you still only have one income stream. So if you are self-employed right now, working with only one company, you are still under the employee system, okay? To really get into the entrepreneur system, you have to learn a little bit more, which I actually just produced an article and a video that talks more about the money-making systems and how to really tap into the entrepreneur system to create multiple streams of income and really to create security and true wealth within this industry. Because what happens if that company goes out of business? Okay, you lose your income. So you never want to put all of your eggs in one basket and become dependent upon a singular company. Okay, so let's talk about the home business tax advantages. The home business owner qualifies for more tax deductions than any other tax-paying group in America. It actually pays to have a home-based business because of all of the tax advantages. Now, I will tell you, I am not an accountant nor a tax attorney, okay? I'm not making that claim whatsoever. Here's a great resource where you can tap into the information that you need when it comes to tax advantages. You know what I do? I pay an accountant to do my taxes because I can't keep up with all of these laws, right? I can't keep up with all of the tax advantages. I pay somebody else to take care of that stuff for me. That's why I can't tell you all of the different tax advantages, but I can tell you that it actually pays to have a business. You know, here's the thing. The requirements to be a home-based business owner is very minimal to be able to take advantage of the tax advantages, okay? You know, if you are operating a business and you invest at least a minimum of 3 hours per week with the intent of developing a profit, that would qualify and classify you as having a home business, okay? And then you can take advantage of all of the huge advantages that you have. You know, here's how I look at it. Instead of, you know, paying, I mean, I certainly believe in, you know, paying your due taxes. You know, we all have a requirement. We all have an obligation. But I don't believe in paying more than you absolutely should or absolutely have to. I don't believe in paying more than is required. And so if you have a home business, you actually have so many advantages because you operate a business from your home that you can take advantage of that actually puts money back into your pocket. So it pays. It pays. Go to this resource, homebusinesstaxsavings.com. Check out the information and you will absolutely understand why I believe every person, absolutely every person, would be a fool if they didn't have a home business. This is a huge, huge resource for you. Okay, so next, let's go ahead and talk about how to find the best home-based business for you. Remember I said that all of the business models, they certainly have, you know, pros, they have cons. Here's the thing. You will never find the absolute perfect business, okay? Perfection does not exist, okay? But here's what you want to do. Number one, begin by choosing the right business model for your needs. Now, what you want to do is look at the pros and the cons, okay? As long as you understand the reality when you go in, it sets up the right expectations because, you know, here's half the battle, okay? The reason why most businesses fail, the reason why most people quit their business, the reason why you hear so much negativity in the marketplace, you know, even think about it is something as simple as marriage. The reason why most marriages fail is because people have certain expectations, and when those expectations are not met, it leads to frustration, disappointment, and that's when people give up and quit, right? And so it's all about having proper expectations. And so, if you're looking to build residual income, you want something that's a little bit lower startup cost, and you're prepared to put in a few hours, or I'm sorry, not a few hours, a few years to build that business, and you're okay with working part-time for at least 3 years, then MLM, network marketing, might be the best option for you. If you're looking for the ability to generate, career level income in a much faster fashion, and you're okay with basically selling, products and doing one-time deals, then maybe top tier direct sales is for you. If you're looking to maybe generate a very supplemental, very part-time income, and you don't mind working several years to really generate high profits, then maybe standard direct sales is for you. Or affiliate marketing, maybe, if you are really good at search engine optimization, you can create a website for yourself, or a blog, and you're okay with higher competition, you don't mind that, you want to develop multiple streams of income, then maybe affiliate marketing is for you. I mean, I don't know what the case is for you. I will tell you that in my personal experience, what I actually look for and what I have chosen as my business choice is actually, a business model that combines both top tier direct sales and MLM, because I like the higher profit margins and I like the ability to really build residual income. And so, just the standard business models that you saw there, you're not limited to that, because there are companies that are kind of like hybrid versions, if you will. And so it's just about, knowing how to find them and knowing how to do your research. And so but the thing is look at, what are your needs? What is it that you truly are looking for? What do you want to gain, and choose the right business model based on your needs. Once you do that, okay, then the next thing that I always recommend is choose a passion, okay? Choose a product or a service that you absolutely can get excited about. Something that just resonates deep within you, because I will tell you, nothing can sink your ship as quickly as choosing a product or a service that you are lukewarm about. Because when it comes to commitment, when it comes to putting in the time that's required to build a business, when it comes to really putting forth that effort and to be patient and to really be diligent, you need to be working in an area of passion. If you're lukewarm about something, it is much easier to throw in the towel, to give up, and to quit. Number 3, test the product or the service yourself first. Make sure that it is a product that you can stand behind. Make sure it is a product or service that you absolutely believe in. There's nothing greater than creating your own personal testimony, creating your own story about your product or your service first, because it tells people you are operating from a place of absolute belief and absolute integrity. Because I will tell you, when you are working a business, facts and information do not sell. It is your story, it is testimonies, it is how it helps you, how it helps other people that sells. Number 4, research the company and the leadership, okay? You want to look at the track record of the company. How long have they been in business? How experienced is the leadership of that company? You want to look at the products or the services that they offer. Are they products and services that are in demand? Are they timely in the marketplace? How much competition is out there? How many other Me Too companies are marketing the exact same thing? Do the research. Look at the compensation plan. Look at the support and the training that's available. Look at what is required of you. Is there a monthly investment, ongoing investment? Do you have to pay for training? Is training free? I mean, these are all things that you need to know when researching the company and researching the leadership. Like I said before, I said in general, avoid startup companies. However, if you research the leadership and they've got proven success track records, and they've got a great product or service that they're launching, then by all means, you can go ahead and move forward with that company. Now, here are some resources for you. I wrote a training article that gives you more specifics on how to find the best home-based business for you. This is certainly not selling my business, okay? This is teaching you 10 steps or 10 things that you need to look at to identify the best work-at-home business for you. You can go to my site. It's becomingchangeagents.com. And if you look down the right-hand side of that website, you'll see a tag that says Best Work at Home Business. If you click on that tag, it will take you, the first article posted there should be how to find the best work at home business for you, and that it will be a great resource for you to identify the specific areas that you really want to look at. The second resource that I want to give you is www.npros.com. This is a website that provides a listing and information about multi-level marketing, network marketing, and direct sales companies. You can see an entire directory, an entire listing of all of the companies available. You can also see all of the newer companies available that have launched within the last year. Anyway, this website will give you the information that you need, just general information to see who is this company, what do they do, who is the leadership, how long have they been in business, what are their products, and then you can be directed to their websites to actually learn more. This is an awesome, awesome resource to find companies within the home-based business industry. The companies that are listed there are legitimate companies. It doesn't mean that they're all successful companies. It just means that they're legitimate. They are listed here at npros.com. Great resource. I want to say congratulations because you are now informed and you absolutely know the truth about home-based business. I will tell you that, again, my entire objective here was to educate and equip you to make better decisions. I'm not presenting negative information to steer you away from this industry. I just want you to have the right expectations when you enter the industry, because expectation is half the battle in business, okay? I am absolutely a believer in this industry. This industry has changed my life. It has transformed my life. I have been full-time, self-employed I've been in the industry for a decade now. It's been 9.5 years since I've been home full-time. And I will tell you, I feel in my heart of hearts that this is the absolute best industry for anybody that is looking to generate, real freedom in their life, to be able to create their own lifestyle. And so what I want to share with you, if you are right now at the beginning of your journey, okay, and if you are looking for home business training, if you are looking for tips, for strategies, for recommendations, come over to my blog, becomingchangeagents.com. It is a free resource for you. You can look up information. I have a ton of articles and training and information that is available to help you, to equip you to succeed in this industry, to transform, if you already have a home business, to help you transform your home business and get you on the road to absolute freedom, to absolute success. You know what, you can also, if you have questions for me, if you want to contact me, come to my website. You can go ahead, fill out a contact form. My contact information, my email, everything is listed there. Feel free. I am absolutely here to help you. And I just want to say congratulations, and I wish you the absolute best to your success in your journey. Congratulations, and make it a fantastic day.